New details on the man accused in a vicious attack near the UTC Mall just last week. We now know that the victim is a biotech executive. 10 News reporter Allison Ash is now joining us live on this story. And Allison, we understand that he's recovering from dozens of stab wounds.
Yeah, here in court today, we learned that the victim was actually stabbed 40 times. And his accused attacker had his family here in support of him. His name is Odie Miller. They say he has mental illness and just cannot seem to get the help that he needs. 20-year-old Odie Miller seemed to be biting the inside of his lip as he stood in shackles before the judge, pleading not guilty to attempted murder and assault with a deadly weapon for the attack that happened last Wednesday in University City.
Mr. Miller approached him from behind and without any provocation whatsoever, stabbed him in vital areas over 40 times. He's recovering at home now.
That was the sound of the SWAT team's flashbang as they made entry into the Rolando home of Miller's mom, but did not find him. He was arrested in the East Village the next day.
He's been diagnosed as being schizoaffective, bipolar disorder with, depression.
That's Odie Miller Sr., who reached out to 10 News after his son's arrest. This concerned father told us he'd gotten a call from his son the day of the attack.
He sounded manic. He sounded totally distressed. He sounded like he was talking about not having any hope. So I called the police to let them know that he was out there and he might possibly be a harm to himself. But I guess the situation had already happened.
Miller's father was one of several family members who showed up in court to support him. Off camera, they told me he is both smart and sensitive, a musician who loves his siblings. But since he turned 18, no one could force him to take his meds. Without them, family members say he hears voices and can lose control.
I absolutely love my son and do whatever it takes to help him.
Family members say something ought to be done to change a law, perhaps, as it pertains to the mentally ill, to help keep them on their meds and out of trouble. Now, Miller's bail was set at $500,000 if he's convicted. He faces more than 12 years in prison. We're live downtown. Allison Ash, 10 News.